What am I seeing here? Hold on, let me where my glasses. What's blurring? What's whizzing across the screen? What do we got going on?
Paper airplanes.
Oh, okay.
I was up in Slippery Rock at the Kids Innovation Playground, and I was volunteering for their STEAM day, and I was put in charge of paper airplanes. They said, "Don't worry about it. You're good. You're just helping out." And then I didn't read the email right away and said, "You're in charge of paper airplanes." Well, not so secret, maybe secret. 58 years, I've not had a paper airplane fly beyond arm's length. It was like the University of YouTube and internet searches finding.
Yeah.
And it works.
All right.
And we made launchers. So you launch these bad boys.
Man.
So I became I wasn't a full pro.
Yeah.
Trying to grab this and you pull and it shoots it.
Look at that guy.
Me and Heath, the one other volunteer that we were working the airplanes, we did the short airplanes because that's what I knew how to fold. His daughter was younger. She was good with the long airplanes, so we kind of recruited her, and she helped the kids with the longer airplanes. So I learned something new. An old dog learned old tricks, but finally learned them. So
that's funny. Well, here's
my airplanes.
As the kids would say, here's my connection. So I learned not 58 years ago, but I learned from my dad how to make paper airplanes. And so, always had, so I had these planes, blah, blah, blah. And a couple of years ago, I don't even remember, maybe 5-6 years ago, we're doing we're having a pep rally. And so, teachers, they would tell, they started then, because of all the, teachers' anxiety, here's what you're going to do if you want to volunteer for X, Y, and Z. So anyway, so I got volunteered. The team's like, okay, you're going to do this event. Turned out it was a paper airplane making event. And then you had to pick 2 kids from the team. Like they would have a teacher and several kids doing it. So they call us down, so we're down there and there's this table. They explain the rules. The goal is you're going to make a paper airplane. You're going to throw it, and the one that goes the farthest wins. And we're on one side of the basketball court, and we've got a whole basketball court, and then about 20 feet to 30 feet to the wall. And so they blow the whistle, go. And they only gave you so many minutes to make your plane, and then you had to line up, and then they'd then everybody threw it. And so anyway, I'm doing this, and I'm forgetting on the student's name, but the kid looks at me and said, "Mr. Verno, do you know how to paper make airplane? Because if you don't, I am the best at it. I'm really good. I'll help you." And I just gave him a little wink and said, "I think I could take care of myself." So we go out and we build our paper airplanes, and then we line up, and then and I was in the middle. So anyway, he threw before me. It went to the foul line and dropped. So I was like, all right, and he just looked at me. So I line up, and I'm not lying. Go, foof. And it goes, the basketball court hits 6 foot up on the wall on the other side, poof, and goes down. And he just looked at me, and it was like, and I didn't mean it. I just tossed it, and he just broke him. Yeah. So I ended up winning that competition, but old school, the old
is that
school.
Trophy on your basketball by chance?
No trophy there. No trophy there that time. No trophy. I think in the scheme of things, in the points for 6th grade, we ended up losing. So, but that event, we rocked it out. So yeah, that's my paper airplane story was the funniest thing. Oh, it was hilarious.
That's great. I made do. We had a creek going through the upper end of the neighborhood. Then it was piped through the sewers, came out the lower end.
Yeah.
I made paper boats. That was I could make a paper boat that was to withstand the waves in the creek. So that was my thing. Couldn't handle the planes because they didn't fly well. No aircraft carriers, just the battleships.
That's it. Just stuck with that. Well, your planes became submarines, so you're all in line too. So it's all good. That's funny. Yeah, that's good stuff. But yeah, so congratulations on making the paper airplane and rocking out the event. So that's good. And it was a good event. So
all
right, man. Yeah. All right. And as we always get to the weather of PA, man. So you surviving over there with all these storms?
Yeah. We only lost power for a little bit. I don't know if it was an accident. I don't think it was from the storm, but the power company here, it's local. It's the Borough Power. They were on it. It was Thursday, and a couple streets lost power. My mom lost power for about 3 or 4 days down in the South Hills. Came back on. She just cleaned out her fridge, was getting ready. It went out again for like another 24 hours, but she has power now. There's still places out here that don't have power.
Yeah.
Like last night, took Charlie out. It was lightning, thundering. Fortunately, the storm went south of us. The kids, our baseball team played up at Slippery Rock. They played another local team up at the university, and they got caught in it on the way home. And they said it was a torrential downpour, but it split Elwood. We were very fortunate.
Okay.
So
yeah, I know. I mean, but some schools in that area without power for several days. State College's scenario. Today, randomly, we haven't had. We've had the rain usually overnight. It kind of hits you guys and gets over to us in the central area. But I got a text message from my wife today. It's a picture of our back deck just covered in hail today.
Oh wow!
It was like, and we had storm like crazy. Not weather related, I don't think, but our whole building lost internet for the whole last half of the building. And it's like, you don't realize how dependent you are these days on utilizing the internet. So, but we're prepping for BizTown, doing all that jazz. But so that threw a wrench into things. But yeah, it's been kind of crazy, but I think we've dodged some major stuff, and it's wild. But yes, the weather in Pennsylvania is unique to say the least. So, but listen, we're dodging rain, we're dodging storms. My grass looks like it's a jungle because I didn't do it over the weekend, and now it's going to be hopefully tomorrow to dry out, and working through that. But I don't know, man. It's wild, but a lot of stuff going on. But it's I think it's Tuesday, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, and it's actually the first Tuesday of the month.
Huh. So I guess it's time for
the PAECT Pod.
Let's roll it. Welcome to the PAECT Pod, a show for educators by educators that is 100% volunteer-run organization that focuses on education technology integration in the classroom in Pennsylvania
and beyond.
My name is Eric Verno. I'm the president of the PAECT, and with me, as always, I'm
Dom Salvucci. I'm the vice president of PAECT.
Oh, I like how you took that time to think about that a little bit, and then you're like, okay, all right, that's who I
am. I went to my summer goatee. And I went to grab oh wait, there's nothing here. It throws me still because that's my go-to when I'm pondering or talking.
Work on growing it back.
Yeah.
All right. Well, today we are in episode 80. Storming into May is what we're calling it, just based on the weather, things that are going on, state testing, all that jazz around us. And we got a couple things to hit this week. A new segment we're calling the AI corner, and looking for definite people to send some different things in there. So a lot of good stuff going on, but let's it's not going to be that lengthy. We don't have any guests this time. That's why you're not wearing your glasses. I get it. And but a lot of things rocking. I think we're just gonna kick it right off with Keith. So Keith McCrae he's our ISTE affiliate chair, does a lot of work with PAECT, does a lot of work with KTI. And I reached out to him and I said, you're doing a lot of work with AI. Would you mind doing little video clips? And just, for those of you who are watching this or listening to this, if you have anything to share, make it and share it to pod@paect.org. And we'll feature you on the podcast, because it's a show for educators by educators. So we definitely would love to feature PAECT members all around. But so he took some time, because he happens to be heading to the Google Megaplex in New York City, I believe this week, to present. And so he's going to give us a little intro on a little notebook LM work. What do you think?
That'll be cool to listen to. Looking forward to it.
All right. Let's kick off our little AI corner. Here we go with Keith.
Oh, hi there. Welcome to my little AI corner. My name is Keith McCrae. I'm the instructional technology specialist with the Waynesboro Area School District. Today, we're going to be looking at Notebook LM by Google. It is not your granddaddy's notebook. First thing you're going to do is you're just going to come up here to the Omni box, and it is notebooklm.google.com. This is the home screen that you're going to see, and when you're getting ready to create A new notebook, you're simply going to hit create, and this is where you're going to upload any of the sources that you need, from docs, slides, websites, YouTube links, or even copy and pasted texts. So you'll see right here, I created a quick example notebook. I've included just some of my old syllabi and some Word docs. Over here, you'll see it creates a 1-paragraph summary of the resources that you have added. This is the only place it's going to pull from when you ask any questions. Down here, just like any other LLM, you can ask it whatever you want. So I asked, what is the overall philosophy? And here you see detailed answer with citations from which resource it pulled it from. Again, this is the only place it's coming from. So for your learners, you can use this by uploading all of your resources. You can create study guides for them. You can create a briefing doc, frequently asked questions about your class or about any projects that are coming up, timelines, or what's really cool, even mind maps that are completely expandable and collapsible. All you have to do to push the stuff out is you just download it and push it out seamlessly through any one of your LMSs. Lastly, one of the really cool things it will do is it will create a 2-person podcast based off of just your resources. So that can also be downloaded, pushed out to your kiddos that they can listen to, or do whole group. You can have an interactive mode with this where you actually stop it when the students have questions and the kids can ask the podcast right there. It'll answer it for them. Lastly, one of the biggest updates, it's no longer available just in English. It has over 50 languages that it can be downloaded and exported out to. This is an amazing resource. I really hope you guys give it a try. Until next time.
Thank you, Keith.
All right. Yeah, thanks, Keith.
Nice,
appreciate
it. Not a deep dive, but yet brief. It was really cool.
Yeah, I'm interested to hear how his session goes. He's going to be working with other trainers up in New York City at the Googleplex and talking about Notebook LM specifically. And yeah, definitely, it's a great tool. And the wild thing is, it's, with a free Gmail account, you have access to it.
Yeah.
Not all schools have turned that on, so you might have a Google account at school. It may not work unless your tech department sets it up. But definitely a lot of cool things there, a lot of features, and I did not realize they opened it up to the different languages. So that's a big upgrade. Upgrade.
Yeah, I use that for, I'll take my notes and the notes from the discussions, and I push it out into a podcast and upload it to a channel for the students. That way they have the PDF of what we discussed, and then they also have an audio version. You have to proofread it, or not proofread it, but listen to it, because sometimes you get a little few issues, especially if you have messy handwriting like I do.
Yep, I remember you talking about that. Yeah.
That is fantastic, and I like the mind maps and things like that, and how you could go interactive. I've not used it interactively yet.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm definitely excited for Keith's Corner and doing some AI stuff. And again, anybody else, again, we'd love to feature other members of the PAECT family and or the KTI family, whichever you may be. And so yeah, send us a video, we'll preview it, and then we'll look at showing it on here, because it's not just about Dom and I doing the conversation. It's about doing what's best for the organization. So we're excited for that.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I think we're going to be going back and forth with a couple little tech notes, tech tips. So let me hit the cue, and I'll have you head out with your first one. Here we go.
All right.
Didn't mean to cut you off there. All right, buddy.
That's okay. I'm going to go to, I saw this on Instagram the other day. Friend of the show, Mr. Coy Bowles. He put this out on Instagram. It's not necessarily him, but his company, Koiko, does a lot of supporting educators. And he put this out on Instagram, and it's not necessarily just his, but it's a good message. I thought people should hear it.
Click the link in the bio and you can support your teachers. It's a great cause. We love Donors Choose. Koiko, my company, is doing everything we can to support our education system. So it being Teacher Week, Let's make a difference and help our teachers.
So look around inside your mind. Everything you need, you'll find.
Hey, what's up? It's Coy Bowles from the Zach Brown Band. It's Teacher Appreciation Week. If you're looking for a meaningful way to say thank you, if you're wanting to help a teacher get what their students in classroom need the most, Koiko, my company, is proud to support educators through Donors Choose Explore Classroom projects. So go to Donors Choose, or you can click the link in the bio, and you can support your teachers. It's a great cause. We love Donors Choose. Koiko, my company, is doing everything we can to support our education system. So it being Teacher Week, let's make a difference and help our teachers.
So look around inside your mind.
And his song in the background. So we have that. And if we go to, if I can get this to go, there is the link that he had on his, in the bio or in the description, bit.ly/ and capital COYCO, lowercase Donors Choose. So that takes you to his website and some information.
Love
So
it.
I thought that was great of him to go out and promote that, because he has a big following and he's a big supporter of education. He's an educator himself. He doesn't. He says, "Oh, music in small groups," but still, he's a big advocate for education. Does a lot, writes books, creates music for little humans, and thought I'd shout that out because it was really cool what he did, putting that out on social media for people. So that is one of them.
All right, well, I'll go ahead and I'll kick off with mine. Here we go.
Okay.
All right, let's talk a little food here. So Chipotle, not necessarily something you're getting right off the bat, but they're doing a celebrating teachers in the healthcare community with more than $2 million free burritos. And basically, you're going to head to teacherthanks.chipotle.com. So teacherthanks.chipotle.com. Teacherthanks.chipotle.com. And you're going to sign up. And after this week, Teacher Appreciation Week is over, they're going to be drawing names, 100,000 teachers and 100,000 healthcare workers to have you go through. And then a site that, if you've not used it before, but a site that just in general might have some good stuff, but ID.me, you can go in here and set up that you are a teacher, and they have all sorts of, offers that you can have, but you need to have the ID.me in order to account for you being an educator. And I know some other sites that use it as well, just Target. Yeah. They have different things going on, but if you link your ID.me site and they confirm that you're a teacher, sometimes Target throws different things out. So I do hear they're doing different items for Teacher Appreciation Week, but that's what I got there.
So, yeah, I know some of the phone companies, cellular companies. I'm not going to say which ones because they're not sponsors, but there are some that give teacher discounts. So that ID.me is a great website to use to get to those things.
Yeah, definitely check into that. So, all right, man, you got another one?
Yes, and this is personal for me. Let me push this.
Here we go. Hold up. Let's get the. Here we go. All about the branding. All right, man. What do you got?
That's not it. Hold on. I go here. I don't even know what screen that is.
It's hiding on you.
I'll do it this way. We'll pull this up real quick. But share screen. We will go with the window because I don't need sound. There we go.
Now you're cooking with peanut oil.
Happy Campers Exploration event we had on our last show, Remake Learning Days. They are going on. They started last week. There's a ton of events. In fact, the event I was at Sunday was a Remake Learning event. They're all over the area. Go to remakelearning.org. This is in Elwood City, the Happy Campers Exploration event. It's May 9th. It's free. It's geared towards elementary and middle school. It is from 5 to 7 p.m. this Friday. It is at Perry School in Elwood City. All of and it's what I like about it, the special teachers for the specials. You have art, music, phys ed, computer, library skills. They all got together and they're doing events and activities with the kids in the school. They have gather around the campfire, collaborate on creative projects, learn digital skills, build and explore, sing along the trail. I will not go to that one because I don't want to scare the kids. Kids are always like, "Oh, use that Suno AI," and they're like, seriously, "Are you going to sing?" I'm like, "I like you too much. I'm not going to do that to you."
Like you'd use it to scare away the critters, you know? They might need that.
I'll go there. I'll listen, but I won't sing. Adventure and play, campfire tales and discovery. So this is 5 to 7. It's free. They do ask you to RSVP to the event. Matt Scotchulis, a PAECT member, and I've known him for a number of years. Does a lot of good work. All the teachers there do a lot of good work with, STEAM. And this is going to be a great event to go to. I'm going to be there as a teacher ambassador, but I'm looking forward to check it out and see what else is going on there.
All right, man. Good stuff. Yeah. I mean, that Remake Learning, they do some amazing stuff. We had them on the pod. So love it.
That's going on around the state. So check it out. A lot virtual too.
Yeah. Yeah. Got to work hard to be bored. All right, here we go. Let's hit it up. I believe our last one. All right, here we go. All right, so this is a little bit of a plug here, twofold plug. One, as we are a partner for ISTE. So the ISTE Live 25 is set up for San Antonio. So you want to make sure that you get an opportunity to get in there and sign up for that conference. A lot of great stuff. Dom and I will be presenting, doing a, how do you teach podcasting in a classroom? Just a little plug there. We'll be rocking. But if you are looking at renewing, right about now is that time where you're renewing your membership to ISTE, we'd like to throw this out at you. So PAECT 25. So there's a new program we're working with ISTE and just keeping track of how many different people are renewing each year. So as a partner, we just want to have the metrics. So if you are renewing, you can go to put that in the promo code PAECT 25, and that'll help us keep track of how many members that we are having in the state that are renewing with them. But like I said, the ISTE live program, and if you're not able to attend in person, they do have the online portion you're able to do, which is exciting. So, June 29th through July 2nd is ISTE live in San Antonio. So if we have any listeners that will be attending, we'll look forward to seeing you. Yeah,
we'll be there. And our presentation is going to be a little bit different. It's more hands-on this year versus how we've been at Pete, the KTI Summit, and previous ISTEs, where it was more question and answer. And we did the live broadcast. This is going to be hands-on. We're going to actually have people making and setting up their own podcast situations for their classrooms.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's good stuff. So, yeah. All right, man. Well, we got a lot of good stuff. It's kind of a quick hitter kind of show, but let's talk a little bit about PAECT. What do you think?
Sounds good.
All right, here we go. All right, looking at the calendar here, we got, it's the good and the bad, the end of the school year as we're working through different things. But curious about CuraPod is kicking off on the 12th. So that is an online event, and it's tied in with a Remake Learning activity. So our PD committee is going to be doing that and collaborate with CuraPod to celebrate their 10th anniversary of Remake Learning Days. So register online, and a great opportunity to hear about some of the AI backend and things that CuraPod can do for you. So spark curiosity, boost engagement, and make learning interactive. All right. And then we got our pod, and we're rolling into our summer board meeting. And just to do a quick scan as we look forward.
There's also a book study going on.
And the current book study. But yeah, we're going to be working on filling out this calendar. So just a little note for any regional directors that are checking this out. Let's make sure, what all is happening in your neck of the woods. Let's go ahead and make sure we put our information down. Because the book study, when's that's happening?
That starts soon. I thought it was on the calendar, because I remember I was looking at it, and the Gen Z book study.
Yeah. I remember them talking about it, but yeah, I'm not seeing it.
I don't know
yeah.
where it went to, but it was on the calendar because I was just looking at the calendar the other day. And
Well, while you're looking that up, let me just give a plug here. Keystones Together in Cyberspace. I know they put out RFP. They are looking into people who want to present for the online KTIC program. And if you are interested in attending, a alumni or a PhD member, register here. And that's going to be happening kind of like that time frame that's simultaneous with the KTI Summit. But yeah, if you're looking to connect with the KTI family and even do some and work on some presentation skills, jessica.barberry@pht.org. That's jessica.barberry@pht.org. But feel free to check that out. All right, what are you queuing up there, Dom?
I'm just looking to find the.
It was not showing. It's weird.
It disappeared.
Yeah,
because we just had it. In fact, I just saw it on. Let me check my socials because I know I saw it somewhere.
That's the thing to talk about if you want to make sure to see all of our events that are going on. We've got our Spark page at bit.ly/PHT events for more opportunities. And of course, you could check us out on Facebook and we've got Facebook, on Instagram. All right. Check Twitter, Blue Sky, just to make sure to be checking what all's going on with PACT. So there's our Blue Sky account, PACT Pod, bluesky.social, and then PACT.bsky.social. And then also at PACT on Twitter and at PACT Pod. All right. He's going low tech here. Huh.
7th.
Yeah.
So May 7th, 14th, 21st, and 20th. I don't know what happened to it, but it is the Gen Z book study.
Okay. All right.
So we'll have to look into that because that should be going on. I didn't sign up because we already did it as officers. We did the book study. It's a great book. Not only and for the older teachers out there, not only for dealing with kids, but also for your coworkers, the young teachers, and how things are different. Because I know some of the older teachers look at the younger teachers and they're like head scratching, like that's different than when we did things, but it's okay. Different is good. Yep. But this helps you kind of get into the mindset of where they're coming from because it is a different mindset than what we came through. So
that is correct. Yes, sir. All right, man. Well, hey, listen, I got to say a quick shout out to Roberto, one of my former students, checking in and giving me a hard time. We're having, it's like I'm talking to you. He's battling Apple versus other things. And and I was going to give him a shout out last pod and I totally forgot to, and he listened to it. And sure enough, I got an email in school on Wednesday morning. Like he said, I didn't hear my name. So I figured give him a shout out. So
got to keep the listeners happy.
That's it. He's cranking it out in our middle school. So he's doing well. So here's to finishing off a good year, buddy. All right. Well, listen, hey, again, sometimes we get on and we're quick. Obviously somebody tied our arms behind our back, but we're a little fast today and we got a lot of great stuff in store. We're working on planning out a lot of different things. And hopefully, even though we're presenting a classroom style, hopefully we'll still be able to sit down and do a live pod from ISTE and to be able to crank some stuff out there. But man, a lot of good stuff. Hopefully the weather clears up and the showers that were only supposed to be in April turn into just May flowers and beautiful weather in PA.
Yeah, you're talking about cutting grass. I just cut grass Friday and it needs cut again, but it rained when I first got home. It was raining, so it's like, okay, you got to wait for it to dry up a bit. But I did get grass seed out to get some extra. We had a nice steady rain. We missed the big storms the last few days. We had a few bad ones, and then it's been steady rain. So,
yeah, the way my yard looks, you'd think I was over fertilizing that bad boy all winter long. It's crazy, growing like a gangbuster. I'm trying to cut it high, so it's like not as much. Taking my time till summer when I can take care of it twice a week, but. Gosh, a lot of crazy stuff. So, all right, man. Well, listen, it's been a good pod, a quick hitter. We got the Keith's Corner kicked in with the AI Minute, and hopefully we'll be able to continue that at least once a month. If not, getting two of those out a month, and because there's a lot of stuff going on AI. Yeah. So again, if you're listening and you got any tips or tricks, just send it to us at pod@pht.org.
Thank you, guys. Hope to hear from you soon.
Yeah, definitely. All right, man. Well, as always, we truly appreciate all of you. And remember, PACT,
We are
the voice of EdTech,
in Pennsylvania,
and
beyond.
let's thank our sponsors.
PAECT and the PAECT Pod would like to thank all of our sponsors. Our Tier 3 sponsors, EduSpire, Tech, the Next Step. Our Tier 2 sponsors, ClassLink, more time learning, less time logging in. ClearTouch. Our Tier 1 sponsors, Teachers First. Once again, PAECT and the PAECT Pod would like to thank all of our sponsors for the support that allow us to do what we do. Thank you.